get back to this, right? Where you said you represent Hoover.
Yeah.
All right, so you represent Hoover.
Yeah.
So you represent Hoover.
Yeah.
All right, so that's where it's the cross at, because you got to understand that it's people that no matter what you feel me speaking on, if you represent that it's motherfuckers that hate you and they'll do something to you
For sure.
behind that. You
For
feel
sure.
me? So it's like,
All right, Shalom. Before I get started, I want to give all glory, honor, and praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Makar HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at GMS. Peace, honor, and respect to you brothers that's out there laboring, edifying, rightly divine the word, and truth and sincerity. And shalom to you believers out there, the Aki and Akwa. What I want to get into in this lesson is, you are the company you keep. All right? In later recent events, with the head of Sakari coming out saying he's Hoover. All right? I was just meditating on this, because I was listening to a brother video, and like he said, and forgive me, I'm outside, I'm finna go into work in a minute, but the brother said, how could you be even comfortable around niggas? Which is my sentiments, because it's like, I don't like being around niggas at all. And I ain't talking about every black person, so-called black person, all right? Because you have so-called black people that's not in the truth, that don't partake in nigga culture, all right? When I say I don't like being around niggas, I mean them little, you know what I'm talking about, because we grew up with them, we've been around them, we was friends with them, we got them in our family, you know what I'm talking about. So I just can't do it. So, like another brother was saying, how, you got to be hanging with these dudes on your off time to even be on their podcast and sit there and be comfortable with them. They start rolling up, things of that nature. So, I want to get 2 Corinthians 6 in the NLT, starting at verse 14. It says, don't team up with those who are unbelievers. How can righteousness be a partner with wickedness? How can light live with darkness? Yeah. Again, you can't be around niggas. If you in this ministry and you comfortable around niggas, you ain't growing. All right, I can't be around niggas. Verse 15, what harmony can there be between a Mashiach and the devil? How can a believer be a partner with an unbeliever? Yeah. And that don't just mean, oh, you in Islam and I'm so-called Christian. No, that's lifestyles, ideologies. It translates. Okay, verse 16, what union can there be between the Most High's temple and idols? For we are the temple of the living power, and as the Most High said, I will live in them and walk among them. I will be their power, and they will be my people. Therefore come out from among unbelievers and separate yourselves from them, saith the Lord. So we ought to be separate. We ought to be holy. All right, holy going into separate. All right. Again, I can't be around niggas. I don't like being around niggas. And it's just that vexation is growing and growing. Okay? And the thing about it is, again, you are the company you keep. You are your environment. You got parents that work hard to put their children in better neighborhoods. Why? For a better upbringing, to be around a better class of people. You have parents that put their kids in private schools or so-called good schools and not public schools, because why? Number one, a better education, but two, the people that's around the environment. All right. You hear cats say, I'm the product of my environment. Yeah. So if you're around thug culture, weed smoking, pill popping, thieves, goons is what they call them, or if a woman is around prostitute, strippers and all of that, guess what? They can become that. They eventually will become that if they are not removed and are not separate. Okay? They can have a spirit of, I don't want to do it. But if they don't separate themselves, they continue to hang around those people and be around those people, they're going to become that in some type of way. And that's why even when you go here to, matter of fact, Ecclesiasticus 27, verse 12, it says, if thou be among the indiscreet, observe the time, but be continually among men of understanding. Yeah, when you're around sottish people with dumbass conversations, Oh man, we was in the store. We robbed the store last night. Da, 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 da. All of that bragging on mischief. All right, around thugs, around that nigga shit. You gotta observe the time, cause a lot of them be in our family. All right, they be in the neighborhood. It's nothing wrong. You got a cousin. He in that world. He in the street life. You might kick it with him for a second. Hey, what up, cuz? Da 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 da. But you ain't supposed to be hanging with him all the time. Why? Because he can get you in some shit. All right? Or you will slide off in the world. Oh, cuz, come to the club with me, man. We about to pop some bottles. It's about to be some hoes. Da da da. You go. All right? And it ain't nothing wrong with, it ain't sinning if you go to a club and pop a bottle, not smoking. No, it ain't sinning if you deal with a woman. But, y'all know what I'm talking about. If you doing that every weekend, every other day, every weekend, you hanging with the people that's in the world, well, slowly but surely, you gonna drift back off into it. And that's why even when you go here to Wisdom of Solomon 4, all right, starting at verse 10, it says what? He pleased the Most High and was beloved of him, speaking of Enoch, so that the living among sinners, he was translated. Yes, speedily was he taken away, lest that wickedness should alter his understanding or deceit, beguile his soul. Yeah, if you around niggas all the time, that's what's gonna happen to you. Because one thing about it, when you in that environment, you might have to defend yourself. You coming out the world, especially as a man, you might feel that I have to defend myself. I have to defend my manhood. I have to do this. I ain't no punk. Though that can drag you into some shit, even as a female, all right? Or as a female, you trying to live, according to the word, and everybody in your ear, you shouldn't be listening to that nigga. He don't make that type of money. Or why is you dressing like that? You can do what you want to do. You should be getting with the niggas that got the money, da da da. So it's different temptations for women as well. All right. So the Lord translated Enoch so the filthy couldn't make him filthy. All right. Let's go to verse 12. Wisdom of Solomon 4 and 12. It says, for the bewitching of naughtiness doeth obscure things that are honest, and the wandering of concupiscence doeth undermine the simple mind. Yeah, so you ever had somebody that you knew, or somebody that you knew that was talking about somebody like, man, that girl used to be a good girl, or he used to be a good boy. Now look at him. Yeah, because the environment turned him into that. All right. Yeah, he used to go to school, get straight A's and B's. He was considered a nerd. He was considered a quiet, good boy. But now look at him, in and out of jail, robbing. He the biggest goon ever, the biggest thug ever. Why? Because that wickedness altered his understanding. All right. That naughtiness, it turned that honest thing into a dishonest thing, man. He was around that nigga shit too much, too long, to where he had to turn into that, or he was going to get swallowed up. All right. When you around sharks, you got to become a shark, or you're going to be a guppy and get ate up. See, that's how it is in the prison life. You might go in prison, and you might be cool, calm, and collected. And you might come out and you might be the biggest. Either you might be the biggest bitch, or you might be the biggest thug ever. You might now you join the gang so you can have that protection, that power. That's how it goes. All right. Let me go. When you go to, let's go back to Ecclesiasticus. All right. Ecclesiasticus 27. All right. So verse 12 said, if thou be among the indiscreet, observe the time, but be continually among men of understanding. Right. That's why we love the videos. Listening to the videos, that's being around men of understanding. All right, that's us being around each other. Brothers posting on the comment board, brothers doing videos. All right, listen to the apostles, listen to the elders, listen to the brothers. That's us being around men of understanding. We soaking up that knowledge. Verse 13, the discourse of fools is irksome, and their sport is the wantonness of sin. Yeah. So again, I can't be around niggas. The discourse of niggerdom is irksome to me. When just hearing niggas on the phone loud, yeah, or Keisha's, yeah, I was this nigga and da. That shit is irksome. That shit is irksome. And if you comfortable around that, I don't know what to tell you, man. That's why even, let's go here. Because Lot dealt with the same thing. Where it's at? 2 Peter. What's that? Chapter 2, 2 Peter. Chapter 2, starting at verse 5, it says, I'm going to start at verse 4. For if the Most High spare not the angels that sin, but cast them down to hell and delivered them into chains of darkness to be reserved unto judgment, and spare not the old world, but saved Noah, the eighth person, a preacher of righteousness, bringing a flood upon the world of the ungodly. And this new flood is going to be the flood of fire from the missiles, man, and the chariots. See? Verse 6, and turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemned them with an overthrow, making them an ensample unto those that after shall live ungodly. And delivered just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. Lot was vexed with their conduct, the immorality, as well as the conversation. Because when you go into it, I got to go to the other one. Verse 8, it says, for that righteous man dwelling among them, and seeing and hearing, vexed his righteous soul from day to day with their unlawful deeds. And this is where we at. We got to be around the ABC community. A 6'2", 210 nigga with a dress and makeup on with fingernails and a beard. That's vexing, dog. That's vexing. It's vexing for women to be over us, man. It's vexing to hear these little street niggas conversation and what they doing. It's vexing to be around these other nations who think they on top. All this shit is vexing, man. But it's vexing to be around niggerdom. And let me get this in the blue letter real quick. Let me get this 2 Peter in the blue letter. What was that verse? Verse 7. When it goes into that filthy conversation, it says, I want to get the AMP. It says, and if he rescued Lot, who was tormented by the immoral conduct of unprincipled and ungodly men. These niggas and these bitches out here, excuse my language, but call a spade a spade. They don't got no conduct, man. All right? They ain't got no principles, man. The code of conduct has been thrown out the window. All right? They don't live on principles, man. They on that niggerdom time. In the NLT it says, but the Most High also rescued Lot out of Sodom because he was a righteous man who was sick of the shameful immorality of the wicked people around him. And when you in nigger culture, I can't be around no gang niggas. Cause they gonna have dumbass conversations. I'm talking about the words that come out their mouth. More than likely, if they on that real low level. You know what I'm saying? And what they gonna be into, I ain't into. It ain't gonna mix. It's just not gonna mix. It's oil and water, man. And you not supposed to be around that. Man, let me get this in Proverbs. What's that? 15 and verse 14, it says, the heart of him that have understanding seeketh knowledge, but the mouth of the fools feedeth on foolishness. All right, so we around brothers, even if not physically, spiritually, again with the videos. All right, we around brothers, okay? But the mouth of fools feedeth on foolishness. And that's why our people just always love drama. That's why our women always watching the baddies and the Atlanta Housewives, because that's foolishness, man. They love feeding on that shit. They love feeding on the drama. Okay? Our people love being around that nigga culture because that's what they into. Let's go to Proverbs 1. Proverbs 1 and 5 say what? A wise man will hear and will increase and will increase learning. And a man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsel. So, yeah, us brothers and sisters who again listening to these videos and reading, studying, we attaining to that wise counsel, the wise counsel of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man. Okay? And that's what we got to delve into. I heard Apostle Gabar say one of the best ways to stay in this thing is to keep your head in the book. All right? Even though it's up to the Lord, hey, what's better? All right, watching Atlanta Housewives or reading 3 chapters. We all know what's better. All right, what's better? Listening to videos all day or being around your crazy ass cousins that's gonna be rolling up, smoking weed, drinking, and talking about some bud. Okay? You are the company you keep, man. You are the company you keep. Let's go to 2 Corinthians chapter 5, all right? Verse 17. Let me get this in the NLT. Verse 17, it says, this means that anyone who's belonged to a Mashiach has become a new person. The Lord paid with his blood, man. Okay? We was bought with a price. Verse 17 again, this means that anyone who's belonged to a Mashiach has become a new person. The old life is gone. A new life has begun. So, yeah, instead of hanging with cousin Keisha, all right, cousin Trevante on the weekends, no, it's best to just pack it up, do a lesson or read, study, and listen to the brothers, man. Listen to the apostle, listen to the elders. Now, does that mean you wrong for stepping out? No, it's good to get out because the devil can dwell with you sometime too if you just such a loner. It's good to get out. You know, whether you go to a gym, you go for a walk, you go for a job. Sometimes you can go out to grab a drink, you know, let your hair down. There's nothing wrong with that. But that shouldn't be the lifestyle. You should be hanging around the men of understanding, meaning around these videos and around the brothers and dwelling in this more than you hang with people in the world. All right, we got to work. Yeah, you might be cool with the people at the job and ain't nothing wrong with going out. Y'all have some outings or, you know, you kick it with them, whatever. But you should dwell in this more. Verse 18, and all of this is a gift from the Most High who brought us back to himself through a Mashiach. And the Most High have given us this task to reconcile, the task of reconciling people to him. Yeah, that's the brothers who teach. That's our task, to bid people to the marriage. All right, that's a task that we got. All right, but another task we got is becoming that new person. And it starts with a mindset. And it starts with a change of who you hang with. The environment you in. If you can move out of that hood shit, move. All right? Get around a different class of people. That's like that if you want to be an entrepreneur in business. You hang with people that's in your business. You don't want to hang with people too much that ain't in your, you know. No. You want to hang with people that do what you do. All right? So that's pretty much the point. You know what I'm saying? Lord willing, this was edifying. Again, if it was, you know, I'm outside, forgive me for the noise. It was just something on my spirit I had to get off my spirit before work. So, Lord willing, you brothers and sisters edify. Remember, you are the company you keep. You can become the environment. Let's do better.